we're gonna just do this and deal with it later, I guess. Because if I keep trying to get it perfect, it's never gonna be perfect. So, in 3, 2, 1. Hold up. 3, 2, 1. Action. Why comparison is the thief of joy, and why your brain is low-key a hater. Reading it off my phone until I get comfortable just memorizing everything and being more comfortable and confident. So we're working on it. Have you ever been completely fine and then you open up your phone, like you were chilling, minding your business, maybe even proud of yourself for once, then boom, scroll Instagram or YouTube for 30 seconds and suddenly your life feels trash. You feel behind and your brain is like, yeah, you're doing terrible actually. Sounds relatable. Nothing changed. Your bills didn't increase, your progress didn't disappear, but your joy, gone, stolen, robbed. That's comparison. And today, I want to talk to you guys about why comparison is the thief of joy in a very real, everyday, why do I do this to myself way. Part 1. Comparison is unfair from the start. Comparison feels logical at first. We tell ourselves, I'm just checking where I stand. But let's be honest. You're not comparing equal things. You're comparing your messy, unfiltered, insecure, behind the scenes life to someone else's best angle, best lighting, best moment. I think the brightness might be actually a little too bright, but we're rolling with it. Sorry about that. That's like, I'm actually looking at it like, dude, just back up a little bit or something. Talk about just comparison, right? Oh, well, this YouTuber wouldn't have that. Sorry about that. That's like comparing your Monday morning to someone else's vacation highlight reel and then getting mad at yourself. That's not motivation. That's self-sabotage with Wi-Fi. Part 2. Comparison with ADHD hits different. If you have ADHD, comparison is extra disrespectful. Extra. Because you already struggle with consistency. Start things strong, then disappear. Feel like you're always catching up. So when you compare yourself to someone who looks disciplined, focused, and put together, your brain doesn't go, different brain. It goes, see, you're the problem. That's deep. And now it's not just comparison. It's a full identity crisis. You're not just broken, or you're not just behind. You feel broken. Which is wild, because you were literally fine 5 minutes ago. Part 3. Comparison turns life into a race you didn't sign up for. Why is everybody getting monetized and not me? Just kidding. Not kidding. Comparison quietly turns life into a competition. Suddenly you're worried about age, timelines, milestones, where you should be by now. Like, I should get ready for work in a little bit, actually. Thanks for reminding me. You start thinking, you're younger than me. They already have that. Am I running out of time? And now life feels like if you don't win by 30, I just turned 30 today, literally, you lose. But here's the thing nobody says enough. Life is not a race. It's not even a straight line. Some people sprint, some people walk, some people take breaks, some people change directions entirely. And somehow comparison says, yeah, but why aren't you at their checkpoint? Because you're not running their race. Part 4. Comparison kills gratitude. Before comparison, you might have been like, at least I'm learning, at least I'm trying, at least I didn't give up. Then comparison shows up, says, cool, but look at them. And suddenly, your progress doesn't even count. Your effort doesn't matter. Your survival isn't impressive. Comparison doesn't just steal joy, it invalidates your entire experience. And joy cannot survive where gratitude is constantly being erased. Part 5. Comparison makes you forget your story. Here's something important. You didn't start where they started. You didn't have the same childhood, the same support, the same money, the same brain. But comparison ignores all of that. It just says, same age, same expectations, go. That's like judging two people in a marathon when one of them started 5 miles back and had to stop to tie their shoes every 30 seconds. Your pace makes sense when your story is included. Comparison removes the story. That's the problem. Part 6. Social media makes it 10 times worse. I'd pick up both hands, but 10 times worse. My screen's dirty. Sorry. Social media is not real life. It's angles, edits, captions, timing, performance. Nobody posts panic attacks, debt, stress, crying in the car or in the shower, feeling lost at 2 a.m. when there's literally nobody there and you have no one to text because you feel ashamed because they're going to judge you. That wasn't part of the thing. They post big announcement coming soon. And your brain is like, great, everyone is winning except me. Your nervous system was never meant to process hundreds of lives every day. Comparison used to be neighbors, co-workers, maybe a cousin. Now it's strangers, influencers, millionaires, 19-year-olds with podcasts that make it seem seamlessly easy, and then you're struggling to just get the lighting right. And the audio. Apologize about the audio. I'm working on it. No wonder you're tired. I'm not tired. I'm exhausted. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Part 7. Comparison paralyzes you. One of the worst parts of comparison. One of the worst parts of comparison. Question mark. It stops you from moving. Because your brain says, what's the point? They already did it better. Too late. So instead of starting, you freeze. Comparison doesn't push you forward. It convinces you not to try. Like I'm trying to just read it off my screen because I don't know how people memorize all this stuff or just know how to say it so well. Part 8. How to actually deal with comparison, not toxic positivity. I'm not going to say just stop comparing. That's useless. Comparison is automatic. The goal isn't to eliminate it, it's to interrupt it. When you catch yourself comparing, ask, what part of my story am I ignoring? Am I comparing effort to outcome? Would I talk to a friend like this? And sometimes the healthiest move is log off, take a break, stop scrolling when your mood shifts. Just stop scrolling. That's not weakness, that's awareness. Comparison doesn't mean you're ungrateful. It means you're human. But if you let it run unchecked, it will convince you that your progress is nothing, your pace is wrong, your life doesn't count. And that's a lie. Your joy doesn't disappear because you're failing. It disappears because you're measuring your life with someone else's ruler. And then I have like 3 different outro options here. So we're just gonna read them off. You're not behind, you're just on your own timeline. Comparison isn't truth, it's distortion. Your life doesn't need to look impressive to be meaningful. It's probably my favorite one. Well, I just want to say, there's so many things I could say, but I mean, stop comparing yourself to everybody. That's pretty much the motto. Even though it's so hard, I should say stop comparing yourself to the point where you're like self-sabotaging yourself and just becoming completely destructive, right? Where you beat yourself up and you're too hard on yourself and then you just stop doing everything altogether just because of one slippery slope that was super small. That was a lot of syllables. Anyways, comparison is a thief of joy. So let's all try our best, right? As much as we can to stop comparing our lives to other people's lives. Let it inspire you, but don't let it rob your joy. That being said, thank you so much to all of you guys watching. I really appreciate it. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe if you haven't. This is a small channel, so just like every other YouTuber says, it helps the algorithm. So definitely appreciate it. And let's go.